Hey guys, today we're going to be journaling in GoodNotes. Yes, back in August. I know, it's been a long time since I've uploaded anything, but we all need a break sometimes, so I knew I needed a break when I was just feeling really overwhelmed every day and kind of anxious. So I just took the time to relax, basically, but I'm back. Anyways, do you remember back in June when I was trying to clip in? Well, let me tell you, I'm still trying to clip in right now. And it's just one of those things that I think I feel way too nervous trying to learn how to do it that it makes me not be able to do it. One of the other things that I tried to add to my get ripped plan was to drink this weight gainer. And let me tell you, this thing made me constipated and I had to actually take like Miralax and prunes to battle all the protein and like whatever was in it. Oh, and I recently redid my 16 personalities test and I got ISFP, which means introverted, sensing, feeling, and perceiving. And yeah, I would say that's kind of me. There was this quote that I read on there that says, "Adventurers would never ask for thanks, but it can really hurt their feelings if they don't hear it." I'm sure everyone likes to hear compliments, but when I hear it, and these compliments can come from like acquaintances or sometimes even strangers, but it literally feels like I'm on cloud 9 and it's really strange. Anyway, with all this self-reflection, I really needed someone to talk to about everything, and my boyfriend was there to talk to me as I cried in his arms. I know it's kind of sappy, but it actually happened, and I never experienced anything like this moment before. I love him a lot. Moving along, I spent the day with my sister Kelly, and we made some clay earrings, which, oh man, is that boba? I suddenly want boba now. Anyway, we made these earrings, which we finished painting, but I never got around to putting like resin on them and whatnot, so I'm very sorry, Kelly. Also, happy birthday, Dolly! So I just went to go get fit tested for N95s at work, and the last one I did back in 2018, it was fine. I was wearing like the normal ones that we have on the floors, but today when I went, none of them fit me, and it's because my nose, there's nothing there. My chin, I don't know what's going on, but they don't fit, so they gave me this one. And yeah, I've been wearing the other one this entire time, so yeah. Yes, thank you, Past Jasmine, for recording that so I didn't have to explain it again. But yeah, what's interesting is that after I got that N95, I didn't float back to the COVID floor until maybe 3 months later. And actually, when I started using it, I think it was a lot better than the disposable ones anyway. And the second K-drama that I've watched this quarantine was called It's Okay to Not Be Okay. I haven't finished it yet, but I really like this one because it talked about mental illnesses, and then also it had children's storybooks, and for some reason I just really like seeing animated children's books, and I think that's why I liked Babadook so much. And here we had a picnic outside of the Manil in Houston. It was our friend Adam's birthday. It was a very chill picnic. And if you are willing and able, please go donate blood like I did after work. And can you believe that I won a giveaway? It was a cooler and utensils that I won, but wow, I didn't even know I entered the giveaway. But somehow I've been pretty lucky in my life to have won, honestly, quite a bit of giveaways. And the trick is to just keep entering all the giveaways and your chances are that much higher to win. Yes, and on the 18th I got my first quarantine haircut by my good friend Claude, and she introduced me to this amazing hair oil that has been absolute magic for my hair and like how long I can last without washing it. If I put it on the ends of my hair, somehow it just makes the top of my head less oily throughout like the days that I don't wash it. And later that night, she brought over some of her homemade brownies, and it was goddamn delicious! In August, that was when I was recording the last video. I finally got Final Cut Pro, and I was doing that voiceover. Man, I swear it was like 1,000 different recordings. Just like lots of cutting and pasting and rah. I finally got my paper-like screen protector after, I want to say maybe a month or two. Applying it was super easy, but somehow I missed this small piece of dust, which I named the dust. And here I had a conversation with a patient who got very upset that I told him to use his incentive spirometer. I didn't even tell him, I just asked, have you been using it? And you know what, it happens all the time, honestly, but it still irks me when it happens. And here I made an illustration for HTX community fridges in Houston, Texas. These are fridges out in the community where anyone can either donate money or drop off some clean food so that anyone who is in need of food won't have to starve and can come by and just come to this fridge. So yeah, check them out. On this day, I was able to try beef rendang for the first time. It is a Indonesian dish comprised of beef, and my god, it was so thick and way too heavy for me. And for the first time ever, Fajar was able to get high, and it was just him by himself high in our apartment. And I think he tried to do yoga at some point and then just couldn't stop laughing. And then pretty much after that, he got nauseous, didn't throw up, and just knocked the hell out. I don't think he really enjoyed it all that much, but for the first time in his 20-something years of living, it finally worked for him. And for the first time ever, I finished an entire game of Monopoly. But this one was Monopoly for cheaters, and gosh, it was just really fun. But Kelly actually won without cheating. Mindy went to jail 4 times in a row somehow. And Fajar, oh my god, he probably did the best cheat of them all. Here's what happened. Mindy was proposing a trade of $500 from Fajar for this treasure card that would prevent him from losing the game completely. And so I don't know how he did it, but he was able to steal money from the bank. Wow. And paid Mindy like right then and there, and nobody noticed. We were watching him and everything. And I've never gotten a new saddle before, but I sat on this machine that couldn't even really read where my sit bones were at, but we ended up figuring out that my sit bones were pretty wide, so I have like the widest saddle possible. Does that mean that I'm thick? I don't know. Okay, y'all, we are 9 minutes into this. I'm gonna drink some water. I hope you drink some water too. Here we're playing some Taiko drums. The first time we had ever played this was at an anime convention, and I am terrible at rhythm games, but when I played this, it just felt right. Even if I sucked so badly at it, I had the most fun with it, and I'm really glad we have it now since anime conventions aren't a thing. So yeah. Also, this is when I got 500, 600 followers on Instagram. Thank you. It still blows my mind that there are people who actually really enjoy my art, and just thank you so much. Looks like I went on a shopping spree. That silhouette machine was definitely an impulse buy because I didn't even have a printer. I was just like, oh, new machine, let me just buy it real quick. I seriously couldn't even use it until 3 months later when I now have a printer. Well, look at that. We're in September. We're gonna start off this month with the new email song by Blue's Clues, and I'm just gonna sing it for you real quick so you can hear it. We just got an email. We just got an email. We just got an email. I wonder who it's from. I never said I was a good singer. But if you have the chance to listen to the actual song on YouTube, you should definitely do that, because that song was stuck in my head for a whole week. I was just humming that song for a whole week. And now that I've sang it again, it's come back. And this is when I posted my last video with the voiceover. And that very morning after I posted it, my boyfriend watched it on max volume. Oh my gosh, it was so embarrassing to hear my voice that loud. I mean, I already heard it many times while I was recording the voiceover, but not like that. Anyway, I was really surprised by the amount of compliments and nice things that was said about my voice and voiceover. And there were some really good compliments about my voice that I never thought I would hear in my life. And this is kind of tying back into that 16 personalities quote earlier. It finally got me believing in my voice. So thank you to everyone who said something nice, because I don't know if I would have ever taken the first step to something I didn't even know I needed. And it seems like September is the month that we finally went outside during COVID. We had a really good date night that was super quick because of other people at the restaurant who were just talking super loudly without their mask on. And I mean, it was a small restaurant in general, so we just left pretty fast. And this is me just listing out some of the things that I've been really anxious about recently. But we're okay now, we're good.
What the heck? Oh my god. Dang, man. You're gonna have to get me a GoPro. Wow.
3 months later, he still hasn't really used it yet. So during this quarantine, I've been trying so hard to master the skill of not washing my hair, which has always seemed like something that was out of my reach, but yo, I can last 5 days now without washing my hair. And I mean, it's really gross by the 5th day, but your girl can do it. And here are some great buys that I got this month, including my very first dark Martens, but they're not the boots. I'm actually still trying to break in the Mary Janes right now, but those sandals are cute as heck. And that picnic blanket by Natalie Koromoto, when I first saw it, oh my gosh, I knew I had to have it. So I finally have it, and it's sitting on our couch right now, just acting as our blanket whenever we fall asleep on the couch. And I got some cute things from Giraffalope, including that super cool shirt, the Anti-Terraforming Club, which is related to Animal Crossing and how awful terraforming is, but you gotta do it. And I also got some pots from Amy Ceramics, which I've been wanting for a very long time. And I had bought the vintage bear first, and then I saw her come out with the taco pot, and I was like, oh, I have to have it. Look at them. Seriously, one of the best purchases that I've ever made, because even now, and I'm looking at the pots right now, I just feel so happy and proud to have them in my space. I tried to really hone in on my green thumb during quarantine, but I don't know. Two things that I feel like we did wrong was, first, watering our plants with stale water. I mean, if you're not going to drink the water yourself, I don't think the plants want to drink it either. And it seems that we were underwatering our plants so badly to where the soil was like stiff dry. And so once that happens, the water that you put on top doesn't really get through all of the dry soil in the bottom. And so that is when I discovered bottom watering, which worked really well until the plants still eventually ended up dying. And here my mom broke up with her boyfriend of, I think, like 10 years. She's doing okay though, don't worry. And y'all, before quarantine, we were really getting into DDR at Dave & Buster's. We would go like, I think every week or so. Unfortunately now, Dave & Buster's, or the one that we went to, closed down. So we found these DDR pads on Facebook Marketplace, and wow, it feels great being able to play in the comfort of your own home and being able to practice like for a full uninterrupted like 2 hours of DDR. I'm just having so much fun. Ooh, and if anyone out there wears pads like I did, you should know that the pads are like filled with this gel that just doesn't look very natural, and I don't know why when I saw that, I immediately knew I had to go find some Thinx underwear. I'm not sponsored by them, but I've been wearing them for, I want to say, like 3-4 months now, and I'm just really happy that I'm not making trash anytime my period comes or I'm having discharge or anything like that. So please consider switching if you're able to give it a shot. And here I realized that I was buying way too many like loose stickers, so I had to make myself a sticker book. And it's actually really nice to see all my stickers in one place. I had been wanting an Apple Watch for a long time now, and I finally got the Apple Watch 6. It has proven to be more useful than I thought it would be. I really enjoyed talking to Siri to like set timers, and surprisingly, the whole fitness aspect of it has pushed me to move more than I probably would have without it. And this adorable sticker was from Hokiboshi's Patreon, so go check her out. When I first started posting on Instagram, I really wanted to avoid posting blurry drawings. And when I saw it was 1080 by 1080, I just thought like, oh yeah, I should just draw on 1080 by 1080. But not knowing that I could just draw however big I wanted to, and it would just automatically resize to that. So yeah, I felt like a dingus not knowing that. And by the end of the month, I finally was getting back on track with everything. I started to use Notion again, and I changed the icons on some of the pages to these custom icons, which has been really nice to look at. And yeah, living with my boyfriend, I get to see him poop 3 times a day, and this one was just so large. Ooh, and this was when Genshin Impact came out. And my boyfriend spent like $85 right off the bat, and you know what? He has pretty much almost all of the characters except maybe 4 or so. So I think money well spent. But little did I know that I would end up loving this game just as much as he does. Currently, I've been playing it every day for at least the past 30 days. So here we are nearing the end, and I'm not sure how many people have stayed with me, but if you have, thank you. I guess I want to talk about what my future plans are for these kind of videos, because as you can see, I'm very behind on uploading them, and it could be just the whole voiceover, and then the fact that I have to set up the camera to put everything together takes a long time. I've officially stopped recording like me writing anything, and have just already written it as the days go by, which is great. But I don't know, I just feel like it takes a lot of my time, and I wish that time could be used to like make illustrations or make stickers and things like that. So thinking that the next video will just be the last 3 months of the year or something like that, and next year my journal will be just solely focused on using one color instead of all the colors in the world, and definitely maybe a little less effort in how good the drawings look. I don't know, it really hurts my perfectionism, but let me know what you think. Also here I'm filling up some of the blank dates with Puni Melt stickers. So in recap, here is August, and here's September. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!